Welcome to my arena of badassery! Those who are about to explode, salute me!
A big hello from me and welcome to episode 1 of Mr. Torgue's Arena of Badassery. This is the Borderlands board game. Now this is a campaign game. We have our Vault Hunters, and although I am playing this solo, I do still have to play with all 4 Vault Hunters. So please bear with me. It's going to be a learn by doing experience, pretty much like the Metal Gear Solid board game original playthrough that I did on the channel. If you'd like to check that out, I'll leave one of those cardy things somewhere. I'm sure you've seen it already if you are a regular here, but if you are new to the channel and Borderlands has brought you here, welcome in. So, Scenario 1, Explosive Extravaganza is set up. There are some cards and components that are to the side off screen, but we don't really need to see those whilst we're playing. I thought we'd try and zoom in on the action itself so we can see the Vault Hunters, the bad guys of the scenario, and of course the map itself. We do have a couple of decks of cards. We have a random events deck, and we will explain things as we get to them. I think that's better than trying to bombard myself and you guys watching with all of the rules that I'm probably going to forget. So once we get to a situation, we will run through it and learn it as the game goes on. So the other decks that I will be shuffling, just like in the Borderlands board game, we have the vending machines full of weapons, full of shields, healing items, ammo, all of the good stuff. So there's a handful of decks. That is the ammo one. We then have the guns deck, which is absolutely massive. Just like Borderlands, the video game, there are a bazillion guns. Or maybe not a bazillion guns, don't quote me on that. A little bit less than a bazillion. But these are also shuffled, because the aim of the game is to kill enemies and find tons and tons of loot. We also have Dr. Zed's Meds vending machine. Everyone's favourite surgeon, physician, whatever the heck he is. I remember him from the first game's DLC packs. Is it Dr. Zed's Zombie Island or Dr. Ned's Zombie Island? Anyway, really good. So, those are off to the side. The game will be played in a number of rounds, and at the end of every round, we will check for the win condition. Every win condition will be different for the scenarios. But before we go over the win condition of the scenarios, we'll take a look at a couple of things. Each of the Vault Hunters has their very own Vault Hunter card with stats and information on. If I just grab Amara, we can kind of show you how this is going to work. So the symbols in the top left corner are the action symbols. These are what we will be spending on our turn to do our things. It is called the reaction system. It is very cool. Each coloured symbol relates to a dice. For instance, the green one is a 12-sided dice. If I want to use this in an attack, I would flip over the green token and I will roll a 12-sided dice, meaning a higher chance to hit things because we're going to be rolling dice, comparing our result to a number, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, like an armor class or a difficulty class. If we equal or beat it, we succeed. We have a fumble, which is a number 1, automatic fail, and we have a crit, which will hopefully deal extra damage. Just like the green one, we have yellow. This will be a D8, so there's less chance to get big hits. And as we will see later, we can also roll reds. Now, the thing is with reds, they are technically the worst dice, but you have a higher chance to score a crit because it's a 6-sided, but 1 in 6 chance for a crit, 1 in 6 for a fumble. Again, we'll deal with that when we get there. All Vault Hunters also have skills. So when we perform actions based on these skills, for instance, this middle one is melee. If I was doing a melee attack and I wanted to roll my green dice, I would roll the green dice, flip over my token, add 2. Compare it to the difficulty or the armor of an enemy. For instance, the badass psycho right here has an armor of 5. As long as I roll and equal or beat, so I would have rolled a 2 there. Add Amara's 2, that is a 4, that would have been a fail. So that's how that is going to work. On top of each character's character sheet, we have a skill tree, just like Borderlands. Each character has 3 trees. I have pre-chosen these, but if you guys would like an in-depth look at the Vault Hunters in an additional video, I will gladly do that to show you all of the trees. I just thought these are going to be the best ones to kind of play with. Not the most basic, but the most optimized for how I want to run these characters. So Amara is going for the brawl tree, so it's melee damage, doing the phase slam just like in the video game, punching things, using that energy, leveling up, and as we gain levels, we will go down the tree and even go around the tree to unlock all of the cool stuff. So that is a skill tree. Next, all characters have starting weapons. Amara starts with the bang stick. This symbol here shows that it is a ranged weapon. She doesn't have a ranged skill bonus, so we will just be rolling the dice. Crowd control is one of the many abilities in this game. For instance, crowd control is simply, when I make a ranged attack, I am going to roll a 4-sided dice. Whatever number pops up on the 4-sided dice equates to how many enemies in a tile I will be hitting with that attack. So crowd control is pretty cool. The value of the weapon at the bottom as well. If I wanted to purchase this, it will cost 1,000. If I wanted to sell it, I would get 200 back for my troubles. So each of the Vault Hunters, I've got the action tokens, their skill tree, all of that cool stuff. Mose and Mordecai, as you've probably noticed, also have additional ones. So I'll just quickly show you Mordecai. He comes with Bloodwing, his trusty little allies. So Mordecai is here, but Bloodwing is here. We can use Mordecai's action tokens to move Bloodwing. And just like a character, they have skill. So Bloodwing can do melee attacks, but allies can never be targeted. The Iron Bear can. Moses' Iron Bear can, but, well, it's a companion, not an ally. So Bloodwing's kind of immune to damage, and you cannot use Bloodwing to fly across the map, deal some damage, pick up tokens, objective tokens, pick up loot, bring them back to Mordecai, that kind of stuff. And one last thing, with the characters, you'll notice we have these cards. These have been randomly drawn and distributed, and these are called the Spotlight cards. So when I'm activating one of the Vault Hunters, if on a turn I do this thing, that Vault Hunter will then gain the Spotlight token. Now, what is a Spotlight token? I hear you asking. This right here is the Spotlight token. This, whoever has got this Spotlight token, let's say for instance Salvador has it, on the enemy activation, they will be actively running towards that character. If they can't reach that character, but they could reach another, they will then change the AI of the game and they will attack that Vault Hunter. But they will always run to the person with the spotlight. It's kind of a way, it's a way for us to try and manipulate the aggro of the board game. So hopefully we'll be utilising this every now and then to try and take the heat off one of the Vault Hunters, so another one can run in and complete an objective. So that's how that works. Mose also has an ability on her character sheet, which states, at the end of each Vault Hunter turn, place a badass token onto Mose. Once Mose has 3 of these, we can then summon Mose's Iron Bear for a round. This is this absolutely insanely sized mech, and it takes up 1 hex on a tile. So, in terms of hexes, you can have 3 characters in a hex. That is 3 enemies, or 2 enemies, and the Vault Hunter, or 1 large character. Just so if the mech landed in a space, it would push everything out of the space and they would go to an adjacent one. So it is kind of a cheeky way to gain a free point of movement if we did want to. But as I say, we'll play, we'll learn the things as we're going. Next up will be the enemies. So after all Vault Hunters have activated, it will be the enemy turn, and this is where we use the announcements card. So this is Torgue sitting in his little office running the show, because this is Torgue's arena after all. All of his depravity is on show for this campaign. And what we will do is we will grab the top card of the announcement deck and we will do everything on the card all the way to the bottom. Then we will discard it and we will draw the next one. So this would mean all enemies do a move, all enemies do a move, all enemies who can attack will attack. Then we will draw an event from the random event deck. At the end of this, these are tier 1 cards, as you can see. Once we run out of those, we get to the tier 0 card. Now, this is the game's way of saying, if you haven't done your mission yet, you need to hurry up, because these are one and done. This card is pretty dangerous and it spams. It repeats every turn until either we fail or succeed. So that is how the enemies will activate. Next up, each scenario will give us a starting amount of cash, and this is how our Vault Hunters will respawn, because if you have played the video games, you'll know that you die a lot, but it does cost to bring you back. It will cost $500 per character, so if a Vault Hunter dies, on the beginning of the next Vault Hunter turn, they have to respawn. We have to spend money, and we can spend this or money that we'll find throughout the scenario. If for whatever reason we cannot afford to respawn a Vault Hunter, it is game over. It is done. So we need to be careful with finances. And that's pretty much everything for the basics of the game. We'll go over what certain things on the map do as we're doing it. I mean, seeing as we're about to start, I will just point to these. These are respawn points. They are meant to be 3D, but they kind of don't show up too well with the camera angle like this, so I've laying them down. So if we do die, we can respawn on or adjacent to a respawn space. We have a couple of tokens on the board. I'll explain those as we go through the scenario rules. So, Scenario 1, Explosive Extravaganza. Let's have a read of this. Welcome to Mr. Torgue's arena of badassery. In the following matchups, you will face some of the most brutal and bloodthirsty things Pandora has to offer for fun, profit, and to show off Mr. Torgue's high quality and well-priced arsenal. Each round you will get more gear provided by our generous sponsors and face harder challenges for the amusement of the crowd and of course Mr. Torgue. Let's start our first matchup with a bang. Get those explosives to the enemy hideouts and make some noise for the crowd. Announcement cards I've already done. We've got 4 starting cash 1000 and we will read special rules. Vault Hunters may use the basic collect action to pick up bomb tokens. If a Vault Hunter with a bomb token is taken out, place a token in the space the Vault Hunter had occupied. A Vault Hunter with a bomb token that is adjacent to a spawning zone may take an interact action to blow up the spawning zone. Destroy it and it is now a normal zone. The bomb token is also destroyed. This action is complex. It may not be taken if there are enemies in the Vault Hunter's zone. See page 29 of the rulebook to see what mailboxes and vending machines do. We'll explain those as we get to them. So, essentially, these are the bomb tokens. When we move in or through, we can do a basic collect action, which means we still need to turn over one of our actions to pick it up. But because it's called an easy action, we don't need to roll a dice. We just pick it up. When we get close to one of the 1, 2, 3, or 4 spawn points of an enemy space, because it is complex, there can't be an enemy in it when we blow it up. But if it's empty, we can blow it up, flip it over, spawn point done. To win this scenario, we need to destroy all 4 enemy spawn points. Mailboxes and vending machines will allow us to gather extra loot as we go along as well. So that's essentially it. We just want to shoot some bad guys, get some loot, hopefully try and level up, finish the mission, and we move on to Torgue's next piece of trash that he's forcing us to do. Okay, let's dive in, and before round 1 we need to determine which Vault Hunter will have the spotlight token. We're going to roll a d4 and we'll just go down 1, 2, 3, 4. A fumble is a 1, a crit is the 4. So we will roll the dice. Number 2, Mordecai, you have the spotlight token, my dude. I will explain what red means later. It's called the slaughter light. I'll explain it now. It essentially means things are going to get rough very quickly. We need to finish our mission. So, Mordecai, you have the spotlight token. That is that rolled. It is now time to dive in to round number 1. Okay, so I think we are going to activate Salvador first. Okay, so I think Salvador is going to use a yellow action, which allows him to move up to 2 spaces. So we'll flip that over. Salvador's going to move 1, 2. He's going to move there, but so we're not going to pick that up. It would take an action. So Salvador is now going to make an attack, and he will be using the caracal. Now, the caracal has a range of 2 or 3. If you look at this greyed out one, that means red. That means adjacent or in same space. So 2 or 3. So we can't hit anyone on these hexes, but with these ones we can. It also has rapid 2, which means we get to make 2 attacks with this weapon with only 1 action. And we roll separately for each one. So I think because we do need to kill some of these badasses, the aim, I think, is to get Mordecai or Bloodwing to pick this up and throw it into there. So, next action. He does get a +2 to ranged attacks as well. I think we're going to use his green, so we're going to flip that over. We are going to use our green die to take a shot at these 2 here. Well, we'll go for this one first, and then we'll do rapid. And with rapid, the other target has to be in the same space. So this is the main target. We will be targeting a Psycho. If we take a look at the stat card, they have 1 wound, so we only need to hit them once. They move 3 and they've got 6 defense. Now, as long as we equal or beat 6, we will damage them. They do have a special, but that will only trigger if the card says special. And on the back, there are special wordings as well. So attack fumble means if we roll a fumble on our attack dice, this Psycho instantly gets to do this. Okay, so defense 6. We're rolling a d12 with a +2 from range. Here we go. I should really get my Get my dice pool. Oh, we've got a critical. Beautiful. Okay, so that's, well, automatic hit. Time to deal damage. Okay, so a basic crit just means it automatically succeeds. We don't have deadly crits or any more keywords. So that means he is going to die. 1 psycho down. And now the cool part, when an enemy drops, we draw a token from the loot bag. So these tokens, there's a lot of different ones, but we'll read them as we get them. There's also only one level up token in here. Some scenarios will allow you to level up, but there is one in there. So we'll grab this. And we have, so it is ammo. So essentially what we can do with this is we can keep hold of that token. We can reload a weapon if it is out of ammo, or it is worth $200. So we're going to put that there for $200. Right, nice. Now we will trigger rapid. We get to make a second attack using only 1 action. So we roll the green D12 plus 2 for Salvador's skill. And we get a 2 plus Salvador's skill of 2. They have a defense of 6. That is a miss, but it is not a fumble. So we are okay. Salvador has one action token remaining. I think we're going to use it. We're going to flip it, and we're going to make another attack with rapid 2, but we're going to aim at this space this time. Now we only get to roll the yellow one. More chance of a fumble this time on a D8, but we'll see how it goes. So we roll D8. Oh, we get a crit. Beautiful. Same again. 1 just instantly dies. And we do some loot. Okay, just double checking. This is actually on Salvador's. This goes on Salvador's card, so he's actually got that loot. If they have a card draw symbol, they go in the space where the enemy is. Okay, so rapid 2 triggers again with the caracal. We're going to take a shot at the guy. Oh, we've got a fumble. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So it's an automatic fail, and the psycho fumble will now trigger. Move 3 zones towards the Vault Hunter who just missed, and then attack them if able. Now, this is going to interrupt the standard flow of the game. So this guy is going to run towards me. Now, he does have 3 movement, but melee attacks can hit adjacent. As soon as an enemy is within range, he will stop moving. So he's going to move there, and he is going to take a swing at Salvador. Now, we'll explain how attacking works. This is the skill I need to use to resist this attack. I'm essentially defending against this attack. And this is where we now need to go over the defending rules. So, irregardless of a token being exhausted, I pick one of my tokens and I'm going to roll that dice, and I need to compare it to the strength of the enemy hit. Now, I do have +1 strength, so I will be rolling a dice and adding 1. I need to equal or beat 7. If I succeed, not a problem, but if I fail, the token I used will be transformed into a red token. Now, this is how Vault Hunters will die. If at any point I have to use a red token on a defense and it fails, I will be KO'd. So we essentially get 3 instances of red before we KO. So that's how it works. Sounds a little bit confusing, but it's a really, really cool system. So for this one, I am going to use my D12. So I'm going to roll this D12. I'm going to add my skill of 1. I need to equal or beat a 7. Come on! What we got? We've got that's got a dot at the bottom. That is a 9 + 1, 10. We do indeed dodge the hit, so we do not die. Nothing happens. Happy days. Okay, so Salvador is now done. We move on to our next Vault Hunter. Who do we want to use? Before we move on, we will actually read Salvador's Gunzerker ability on his stat card. At the end of this model's activation, it may make a ranged attack for free, so long as it uses an equipped gun it has not yet used. We've only got the caracal, we don't get to do that. So next we need to choose our second Vault Hunter. Okay, I think we're going to activate Mordecai. So Mordecai has Muck Muck, which is a sniper rifle. We can only use it at beyond range 4, and we can't shoot through enemies. We need to kill enemies in front, take the ones at the back. I could try and take this guy out, but I think I'm going to move this way and try and take out this psycho. So Mordecai is going to flip over a yellow to move 1, 2 spaces. We are then going to flip over our green, not that yellow, and we're going to use our quick shot. So quick shot has got a range of 1 or 2, so we're fine. No special keywords, but it is a pistol. So what pistol means is, when I'm defending against a melee attack, I can use my ranged skill instead of strength, so Mordecai can actually use his 2 bonus. So quick shot, we're rolling a D12. I think I do need to go get my my dice tray soon. So we've got a +2 for ranged. What we got? We've got a critical, instantly dead. Farewell, Psycho. We will draw some loot from the loot bag. Let's see what we've got. And we get a, what is that? Ooh, 200 or health. Okay, so Mordecai picks that up. So we'll have that on there for now. Do we take money or do we take health? I think we get to choose at the end, so it's fine. Mordecai's got 1 action remaining. Now, I am out of range of either of my guns, which is a little bit rubbish. I should have maybe sat there, but it's fine. Okay. No, I think Mordecai is going to use his last yellow to activate Bloodwing. So Bloodwing reads, when this model uses an action to move, it moves double. So Mordecai's going to use his yellow, which grants something movement 2, which means Bloodwing can move 4. So Bloodwing's going to go, oh, without breaking the model. Let's put it back on. Bloodwing's going to move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put Bloodwing in this space here, and then we can maybe attack with it later on. This model may move over, but not stop on occupied zones. Okay, so an occupied zone, does that mean it's full? Let's have a look. Yeah, as far as I know, occupied means full, which would be 3 small characters or 1 large character. So Bloodwing's going to stay there. Mordecai's activated. He does have a couple of abilities called Sick 'em. When this model activates, Bloodwing may take 1 green action for free. Ooh, okay, I didn't actually read that. Okay, I might be able to do something here then. So we're going to rewind a little bit, guys, because when Mordecai activates, I could have moved Bloodwing for free. And then when it uses an action token to move, it moves double. But it's using a green action for free, but not using a token. So the wording's a bit off. So I'm assuming we can go 1 there. And when you move through spaces, you can collect for free. So Bloodwing would have the bomb, but then it would go 2, 3. Then I spent the yellow to move. I'll double check that, but I think that's correct. But anyway, Mordecai's now activated. We are on to the 3rd Vault Hunter. These enemies over here are definitely going to be activating very soon. Maybe we need to thin the herd right now and kind of get some hits off over there. So let's see how we want to do this. Amara is melee. Mose has got a skill tree for Iron Bear. Mose also has quick shot, which has got a range of 2. It is a pistol to defend against melee, so that's pretty good. But they are going to be moving double to attack us as well. So either way, I think we're going to be getting some hits here. So let's have a look. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3. Badass can move 3. Marauder moves 2. Okay. Right, let's move Mose. I think Mose is going to... You know what? If it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, they're all going to be getting to us. This is going to be an absolute cluster of a time, but we'll figure it out. Okay, guys, just double checking. Companions may not take the basic collect action or interact with scenario tokens. There we go. We now know. Ignore me. We're moving on. Mose is going to use green. 1, 2, 3. Mose is then going to use the basic collect action, which is a free action, lets you pick up loot tokens when you activate, move into a zone, or when loot drops. But you can also pick up scenario tokens. So she picks it up for free. We've now got 2 actions left. We could get up there. We're going to use a yellow to go 1, 2. So Mose does have this. And then we're going to use another yellow for 1. Do we need to be on the... I don't think we need to be on the spawn point. I think we'll just sit there. We don't have a token left to interact, but we can blow that up on the next turn. We can only blow it up if there's no enemies on it as well. And luckily, At the moment, there's no spawns on the enemy turn. Mo's is done. At the end of each Vault Hunter turn, so not her turn specifically, the entire Vault Hunter, I will then put a badass token on, but we don't get to do that yet. Right, finally we have Amara. What is Amara going to do? I think, just so we've got it, Amara is going to green action 1, 2, 3. Pick that up for free. Then we're going to use yellow 1, 2. Yellow. Ooh, yellow could shoot. It's got a range of 2. We could caracal. Just so he's dead. Wrong one. We're looking at the wrong one. Bang stick. We can't. It's got a range of 1. No, we can't. Okay, she's got a bang stick. We can't crowd control. So final action is just going to be, so we've done 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So she'll be there. Where were I? 1, 2, 3, pick up. 1, 2 there. 1, 2. I'm going to get her all the way to the back. That is the end of the Vault Hunter turn. Mo's will trigger. We will put a badass token on. I'm just going to read Amara's ability as well, Backlash. When this model suffers a wound, place a badass token on it. This model may discard a badass token before rolling any skill test to use willpower instead of the skill that would have been used, so use willpower at the top instead. That's pretty cool. Right, end of the Vault Hunter turn. Next, we have the enemy turns. So we go from top to bottom. First, we have move. So, Psychos are going to move first. Psycho doesn't need to move because he's in range of attacking someone. We have 2 more Psychos at the back, 4 Marauders and a Badass. So Psycho, Spotlight is on Salvador, so they're going to take the shortest route. Oh, actually, no, he will move because he is aiming for Salvador. So he is going to move and stay put. He's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Marauders will then move. Marauders have a range of 3, so as soon as they get in range, they will stop moving, but they are all going for Salvador, so this is going to be quite terrifying. So, Marauder, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That hex is now full. We can't go through it. Marauder, 1, 2, 3. Now, he is within range. Range 3, and you can use this down there to aim. Badass Psycho also moves 3. 1, 2, and he will have to stay put there. So that is move number 1. Move number 2 now happens. No need to move. No need to move. These need to move. 1, 2. 1, 2. He won't move because he can shoot. Badass will move. 1, 2, 3. Now the Badass Psycho does have a couple of abilities. He's got an ability called Loot Puppet and Let's Make Face Gravy and Hug Time. And luckily, they're all explained on the back. So, Loot Puppet is when he drops loot, he drops 2. Let's Make Face Gravy is all of this model's attacks gain rapid 2. And Hugs Time, Vault Hunters in this model's zone may not move using the basic move action, so they're stuck in that zone. Badass Psycho attack, fumble, move 3 zones toward the Vault Hunter that just missed and perform an attack against each Vault Hunter in range. Oof! And it's rapid 2. Right, so we've done move. We are now on attack. So, starting with the Psychos, this Psycho here is going to attack Salvador. So, Psycho, we'll go back to it again. It is a range 1 with a melee strength of 7. Salvador is again going to use his green dice, adding +1, and we pray. Salvador gets a critical success, not a problem. Next Psycho, same again. This is a lot of attacks. That is a fumble. Oh no. What is a fumble? Attack fumble is move 3 zones toward the Vault Hunter who just... Oh no, defense fumble. Gain deadly. Ooh, okay, that means it causes 2 wounds, which means Salvador's green becomes a red, but this also becomes a red. That is not good. So Salvador's down to 2 reds already. Oh, Lord, this is terrible. Third Psycho. I've now got to downgrade to a yellow. I'm not risking a red. Uh-oh. Psycho swings with a strength of 7. We get a 5 plus my 1 melee. Oh, no. That is another wound. for Salvador. He is down to 3 red. Right, if he takes another hit, it is oofy. Next, we have Marauders. Marauders cannot shoot through their own characters. I'll just double check just to make sure. Okay, as far as I can tell, enemies cannot shoot through others. So enemies cannot shoot through other enemies, but if an enemy can't target the one with the spotlight, they will target the next one. So these Marauders here, I think, could target Moors. Right. Enemies cannot shoot through companions, so you can actually use companions as walls to block line of sight because companions can't take damage. So it's essentially they're shooting at the companion but can't do anything to him. Right, okay. Next we have the Badass Psycho. Now the problem with the Badass Psycho is he's going to do rapid. And rapid means it will swing twice. This could be deadly for Salvador, because he's only down to red. And let's go to the Badass Psycho, guys. Strength 8. So we're rolling a D6 with +1 melee. We need critical. We need critical twice or Salvador is KO'd. So here we go. Salvador's defense roll. Critical. We need critical. We don't. We fumble it. Oh no. Oh no. Defense fumble, gain deadly. Yeah, it hits me for 2 wounds. That means Salvador has been taken out. He's down. He's off the board, but he will respawn on the next turn with his tokens back up to scratch and everything else. But it will cost us $500. That is all of the enemy attacks. We now move to the final one on the card, which is an event. We're going to draw an event. Here we go. Rip the flesh, salt the wound. The Vault Hunter suffering the most wounds immediately gains the spotlight token if they did not already have it. Then all enemies perform the attack order. Wow. Does it mean... Would it still target Salvador? Because he technically has the most wounds until the beginning of the next round. But then all enemies perform the attack order. Okay. Right. Either way, only one of the Psychos can attack. None of the Marauders can attack. And the Badass Psycho can't attack, I don't think. Vault Hunters in this model zone may not move out. Move free zone. Yeah, so to be honest, the only one that can attack is this guy. And he's going to attack one of these two. So let's have him swing at Amara. Psycho, strength 7 we've got to test against. We are going to roll the green one because why not? Let's pray. We get an 8 plus Amara's strength of 2, so 10. We do block the attack. That is now done. That is the end of the round. So we will go to round cleanup. Now, normally, we would roll a D... Oh, there's no loot on the board. We would roll a D4, and depending on the result, loot can disappear, elemental effects can disappear, but we have none of those, so there's no point rolling it. So we'll just do a little bit of a cleanup, and we will be back for round 2. Okay, we are here with round 2. We have Respawn Salvador. It's cost us $500. All of the tokens have been refreshed. We've spawned in behind these Marauders, so hopefully we can get some damage off. And the next card is called Welcome to Pandora. So on the enemy turn, they will move, special attack spawn. So, how do we want to do this? Who is going first? We've not really found any decent loot yet. I think at this point we need to thin the herd. Marauders have got a defensive 8, so they are tougher to hit. So maybe we need to actually start taking these guys out. Salvador has only got the Caracal though. That's the problem. So he is going to have to move to do some damage. But what he will do, because we know there's going to be a spawn, we can do a couple of things here. So Salvador's going to activate. We're picking it out for free. Salvador has this. We are going to use a yellow token to move. His gun's got a range of 3. So he's going to move... Should we move 2? No, we'll move 1. Salvador's there. We are going to use a basic action to drop the bomb into the spawn point. So bomb, go boom. Number 2, flips over and becomes a standard space. So we've got rid of one of the spawn zones. That is good. Final action, he is going to use green to shoot the marauders from behind with rapid 2 caracal. And he has a +2 skill with ranged. So, attack number 1. Here we go. They have a defense of 8. We get a 9 plus is 2. That makes 11. Marauders have 1 point of damage. Marauder dead. We will grab some looty loot. Let's go. What have we got? We have a card. So we pick that up when we get into the space. Rapid 2 is going to trigger. We're going to attack again. We get a fumble. Oh no! Fumble attack. What happens with fumble attacks on marauders? Move 1 zone away from the Vault Hunter who just missed. Ooh, okay. So he moves 1 away. So this guy is just going to back off into there, essentially. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Salvador's done. We now need to trigger the next one. And we've not moved the spotlight with any of these, so that's good. Amara does have the bomb, but I think before we drop the bomb, we really need to figure out how to take out some of these guys. Mose. Amara's got a shotgun as well. That's the thing. We kind of need to crowd control. So what we're going to do is, Amara is going to stay put. Amara's going to use her green to crowd control. So we're going to shoot, but before we do, we need to trigger crowd control. When a model makes an attack with crowd control, select a zone and roll a d4. The number rolled on the d4 determines the number of enemies in the selected zone that may be affected by the attack. Only one attack roll is made, but each target defends separately. So, this one, we're going to roll a d4 for crowd control. That means 3 targets in this zone are going to be affected, but there's only 2. I only roll 1 dice and compare it. When this model suffers a wound. So the thing is, we don't have any bonuses on our ranged attacks. It's just a straight green die. So for the Marauder, we need 8. For the Psycho, we need 6. We get a 10. Oh, guys, that is beautiful. Both of the enemies cannot defend against it. They both die. Now, something's going to trigger. When you take out 2 or more enemies with melee attacks, okay, we did it with range, but we do get 2 pieces of loot. So we will pull the Psycho first. That is $100 or heals. That goes on to Amara. And the second one is, same again, money and ammo. That will go on to Amara. Okay. Amara still has 2 actions. We really don't want them to spawn. So I think what we're going to have to do is green token. We are going to move 1, 2. And then we're going to use our final token to interact, to drop the bomb and go kaboom to spawn point number 1. So we've done half of the mission, guys. Amara is done. Next, who are we using? Oh, Mordecai. Mordecai's got quick shot and muck amuck. Quick shot could be something we could do. The thing is, the badass Psycho is still on the board, and he is without a doubt the most problematic enemy because he's got 4 wounds. We really do need to kill this guy, but we kind of need someone with rapid to hit, but we've actually used them. So, do we do Mordecai or do we do Mose first? Mose has got quick shot pistol, but we do need to move. Okay, Mose is going to use a yellow to move into here. That means Mose can then shoot this guy or into there. Now, do we take... what we've got +3 with range with Mose. So we could take out a Marauder, I think. Yeah, you know what? Mose is going to use green to attack this Marauder here. So we're going to roll this. We add 3 to it. We've got... oh, that's terrible. A 2 plus a 3. That is 5. Defensive 8. Bad. We're going to have to use yellow. We're going to roll a d8. We're going to add 3. We're going to pray. We get a 4 plus 3, 7. That is 2 misses. Oh, Mose has whiffed. Mose has absolutely whiffed. Mordecai. How do I want to do this? Salvador's still got the spotlight, so they're all going to be converging on Salvador. Let's have a look. Okay. Mordecai's going to stay put. We're going to try and take out these psychos. Quick shot has got a range of up to 2, so we're going to use green. +2. We get a critical. Psycho dies. We get some loot. We get that one. 200 smackaroos for Mordecai. Okay. Mordecai is then going to use a yellow, and we're going to take on the next psycho. We do get +2, defense of 6, so we need a 4+. We get it. Psycho dies. He's taking him down, is our Mordecai. We draw. Money again. Nice. Mordecai's got 1 action left. We could deal a point of damage to this badass guy right here. I think that's probably a good shout. But then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's going down the line, we're not. I don't think it's classed as shooting through this space, so we could take out the Marauder with the sniper rifle. We've not actually used it before, so it's got a range of 4+, and it's got accurate, which means I can re-roll a dice. Let me just double check. May re-roll accurate actions. You can only re-roll once. So we're going to do it. We've got yellow. We add 2 to it, but we do have accurate. Defense of 8. We get a 4. We're re-rolling it. We get a 6 +2. 8. Marauder is down. We kill him. We get some loot. Let's go. We get that. And unfortunately, this is bad. We have triggered headshot. When you take out 2 or more enemies with ranged attacks in 1 activation, gain the spotlight token. We took out 3. Mordecai is now about to get whomped. But that's all of our Vault Hunters done. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be insane. Enemies, they're going to move first. So because I've got spotlight, he's got a range of 3. He's not going to move. He essentially just stays put to shoot at Mordecai. This guy though, oh, he's moving. Big boy's moving in. Special triggers. Marauder first. Take cover. This model gains +2 defense until the end of the next Vault Hunter turn. So his defense is 10 until the end of our next turn. Special. Sweet songs of sausage stumps will fill my days. Move 3 zones and then perform an attack that gains stun. Oh, so he doesn't need to move. Stun is when an enemy makes a successful attack that has stun, add a stun token to the Vault Hunter. The next time the Vault Hunter refreshes action tokens, it refreshes 1 less token of their choice. Oh, okay. Okay, so swinging at us for melee. Mordecai has 0 melee defense, so I will be using our green dice. Strength of 8. Come on, Mordecai. Oh, we get a critical defense. Critical defense. We avoid the attack with stun. Done. Now we move down to attack. He is now going to shoot 1, 2, 3. He has to shoot for his mate. He's not going to aim at us, so he will aim at the next available target. It's going to be one of these guys. So let's say he takes a shot at Mose. So Marauder shooting at Mose. Strength 6. Mose is going to defend with a green dice. We get a 6. We avoid the damage. Beautiful. Now this big boy, he is now going to swing. Let's make face gravy triggers. It has rapid 2. Oh, Mordecai defends with green again. We get a 10. We save. Rapid 2. We get a critical save. Oh my god, guys, these rolls. Oh, Mordecai's better than Meryl. If any of you guys watch my Metal Gear videos, can you remember how trash Meryl was? We've avoided all of that. That is absolutely superb. But now we go to spawn. This is where the new... We've not done these rules yet, so I've got a spawning table for scenario 1. I'll just read them right now. When an announcement prompts you to spawn, roll a d4 to see what will spawn and which spawning zone will spawn. If the spawning zone is destroyed, re-roll once. If the re-roll is still destroyed, do not spawn. So we're going to roll a d4 and consult the chart. That is a crit, so that's a 4. Spawn 2 Marauders and 4 Psychos at zone 4. Wow. 2 Marauders and 4 Psychos. So 1, 2 Marauders. Then we're going to put a Psycho in that zone, which fills it. And then 3 more Psychos. So this area is absolutely rammed with enemies, guys. All at zone 4, though. That's pretty good because they are quite far away. We can essentially try to work on the rest of the mission now. Mose has got a bomb. and then the final one is just there. So that is the end of the round, guys. We will go to clean up again, and we will be right back. Okay, we are at round 3. Tokens refreshed. Another badass token on Moors. One more round and we get to spawn the Iron Bear. Oh, right. Let's dive in. How are we doing this? Spotlight is on Mordecai. Mordecai is at the mercy of the badass psycho, but I can't believe we dodged all of those hits. We kind of need the rapid down there, but at the minute we're okay. I think we're okay right now. Salvador's probably about to get peppered, but there's method in my madness, guys. There's absolute method in my madness. We need to do this. We need to blow the other spawn point up, because at the end of this round they're going to spawn again, and we really don't want that. So Salvador's taking one for the team again. Salvador is yellow. Move, pick up. Come on, Salvador is doing it. Yellow again. Oh, this could be bad. He's going to go there. Final action. He's got nothing left, guys. He's going to blow up spawn point 3. It becomes a normal space, but we are finally going to be able to trigger Salvador's Gunzerker. At the end of this model's activation, make a ranged attack for free as long as it uses an equipped gun it has not yet used this turn. So I'm going to use our green action token with the Caracal Rapid 2. So at least we can try and take out 2 of these guys. So we can hit at range 2, which is good. We're going to use green. We add 2 to our roll for our range skill. We get a 4+2. That is 6. That is enough to kill one of the psychos. We draw some loot. What we got? It's a card, so that drops into that space. We should have rolled a d4 for cleanup at the end of the final round, so let me roll that. If it's a... what's that? That's a 3. So if it's a fumble, they'd all remove, but we're fine, we're good. So nothing gets removed anyway. Salvador now triggers Rapid 2. We get an 11, +2 goes to 13. We kill another psycho. We grab another loot. What we got? Another one. Wow, 2 pieces here. Right, guys, we need to get these. Oh, Salvador's turn done. Okay. We've got all of our bombs are in our possession now. We just need to blow up that. So we essentially need to run all the way this way, kill all of those guys, drop the bombs in there. Right. How are we doing this? Do we just fully team up on? No, we can't. Right, we need to kill this Marauder, but the problem is this Marauder has got 10 defense until the end of the next turn. That's pretty bad. How do I want to do this? Moors has got quick shot at range 2. That's not amazing. Right, okay, Moors. We're going to move 3. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to yellow. We're going to move 2. 1, 2. We're going to use our final yellow to take a shot at the psycho. Yellow dice, but +3 on our range skill. We get 7 + 3. That is 10. Psycho dead. Beautiful. We get some loot. What we got? Another one. Wow. All of the stuff. Moors is done. Right, Amara. I could just punch them in the face, right? Defense 10 though. It's like, it's borderline impossible. Right, we're just going to make I think we can just do a melee attack. We still need to use a dice. So we're going to use our green and we're going to do a melee. So melee at +2. But he's got defense 10. We need a big roll. We get 10 +2, 12. We punch him out of existence, guys. Well done to the Siren. We draw some loot. We get that. Okay, so Amara's got 2 actions left. We are going to yellow. Now I think when we move through a space, we can pick up the loot. Yep, when we move into it, we can pick it up. So Amara, 1, 2. We are picking these up. So we get a gun and a gun. These are our first 2 draws from the gun deck, guys. Let's go. Gun number 1. Nuclear bludgeon. Wow. Melee weapon, deadly with radiation. Now we can have 2 weapons equipped. So she is absolutely equipping that now. This third gun will go into our backpack and we can hold 3 items in backpack. Second gun, sorry. Oozing 3-way, you what? Range 3, explosive, ammo guzzler, corrosive. That is a rocket launcher. That is a heckin' rocket launcher. What do I do with this? I feel like I equip that. Crowd control is good. And you know what? The melee is going into backpack, so we'll turn that sideways. We are having the oozing 3-way. I can't believe we found a rocket launcher. That is beautiful. Right. Amara has got 1 yellow token left. So it's got a range of 3+. Oh my god. We can draw down a line. 1, 2, 3, 5. Guys, we can shoot the oozing 3-way from here. Let me just read all of the keywords so we can figure this out. So first of all, explosive. Explosive attacks affect every model in the target zone. Only 1 roll is made to determine. Each model in the zone defends separately. Ammo guzzler. When this attack is resolved, exhaust the weapon. It is out of ammo. Corrosive 1. Where's corrosive? Corrosive. When a model makes an attack with corrosive, it also rolls a d4. This d4 does not affect the skill roll. If a crit is rolled on the d4, the target is corroded. Place X corrosive tokens on the target. The target reduces all defense rolls by 1 for each corrosive token on it. During cleanup, end it. Right, so it's when I make the attack. So we are absolutely attacking with this, guys. So first of all, I'm going to roll a d4. I'm going to roll this. If a crit is rolled on the d4, the target is corroded. It's a crit? No way. No way. It's corroded, guys. Everyone's defense is now down by 1. Marauder on 7, Psychos on 5. We are rolling a yellow dice, so it's still quite a hard one to do. Come on, come on. Oh my god, oh my god. We've got a 2. Oh no. Oh, it misses. Oh, guys, it was worth a shot. Okay, we'll tap it sideways. It's done. Good shot, Amara. Well done. Well done. Right. That is the end of our turn. Those go to discard. They don't go back in the loot bag. Right, that's all. That's all. That sucks. It was worth a shot. Right, next. Okay. We have the enemy turns. So first of all, we do attacks, which is only this guy, but he will do rapid. Oh, Mordecai, we're using green. We are defending against 8. We get a 9. We defend it. Rapid triggers. 9. We defend it. These guys, range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So we should have done that first. Marauder number 1 is going to shoot at Mose. Again, we're going to defend with green. She has reflexes of 1, which means we get a +1 to defending. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And we're defending against strength 6. +1, we do it. Next one. +1, we do it. Wow, good. That was only attack number 1 though. Attack number 2. This guy's now going to rapid again. This is a lot of things. 7 against 8. Mordecai has got a defense of 2. I've only just noticed that, guys. I've only just noticed that, but he has defended against it. Rapid, 8 + 2, 10. We've defended. These guys, we get green dice, +1, 5. Oh, she's taken a hit. Green becomes red. So she's taken her first red wound. So we can't actually defend with this anymore. We've got to go down to our yellow token. We do get +1. And we get a critical defense. Beautiful. We absolutely save it. Then we go on to the spawn. We roll the d4 again and we will consult. We get a 2. Spawn 2 Marauders and 2 Psychos in Zone 2. Zone 2 is broken. So we roll again. 2. Nothing spawns. That is absolutely superb. End of the round, guys. And we will clean up and we will be right back. Right, pals, we are on to round number 4. Everything's been tidied up as best as it can. We've got Get Ready to Scream. Mose now has 3 badass tokens, which means at the beginning of our activation, we can discard them all. We can spawn in the Iron Bear, and I really think we need to do this. Because who else had a bomb? Why Salvador? Oh, Salvador got rid of his bomb. Okay, anyway, yeah, Iron Bear's going to have to do some brutality here. Unless we activate Do we activate Salvador first to see if he can thin the herd? Or do we go... Because Iron Bear gets 4. Iron Bear gets 4 actions. You know what? We'll go Salvador first because Salvador's been doing bits. Let's do a yellow for Salvador. We're going to move him there. Wait, no. Does this make sense? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Salvador's there. Salvador is then going to attack with a green, which has rapid 2. Salvador gets +2 to range. We're going to take on one of the marauders. We get 8 + 2, 10. He is dead. We gain a piece of loot. I am really loving this game, guys. What do you think so far? We have some loot. I'm really enjoying it. Now that the combat is flowing. Rapid 2 triggers. We're going to take out the other marauder. 5 + 2, 7. That is an absolute miss, so that doesn't matter. Salvador's got 1 action left. We're going to go for the yellow, but we are going to try and take out the psycho this time because it's easier. We get a fumble on the attack. Of course we do. Attack fumble, move 3 zones toward the Vault Hunter who just missed and then attack them if able. Okay, so he's going to move into this space here and he is going to attack. Salvador will defend with a green against strength 7. I have melee 1. So add 1 to it. We've got a 2. Plus a 1 is 3. That is a problem. We lose our green token. It goes down to a red. Okay, next. Beginning. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we're gonna trigger Amara. Yeah, Amara's going to go first, I think. Right, Amara is going to use her green to go 1, 2, 3 to get in melee range. Are we going to punch with melee or shoot? I think we're just going to punch because she gets +2. So we're going to do yellow +2. So we're going to flip that over. So we need to roll a 4. We get a 7. We punch the guy. We gain loot. I don't think there's a maximum amount of loot tokens in a space. We get this one. Ooh, that's a Torgue rare weapon. We need that before we finish this mission. God damn. Amara's got an action left. You know what? Oh no, we'd have to lose some stuff. I don't want to do that. Amara's got 1 action remaining. She's going to stay put right now. We are going to move on to Mose. Mose is going to discard these guys. You know what's happening now. We are going to spawn in the Iron Bear. So how do we do it? Replay at the start of her activation. Mose may discard. We've done that. Replace her card and model with Iron Bear. Move any models that share a zone with her adjacent zones. So this disappears. And now, whooper, Metal Gear. We now have 4 activation tokens. Okay. First one. I mean, what have we got here? We've got... Oh, damn. Iron Bear has minigun, range 2 or 3, and bare fist. Bare fist is deadly. You know, you know what? We're gonna use a yellow to go. Whoop 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 whoop. We're gonna pick all of this up. Wow! So we get ammo, gun, ammo, and Torgue weapon. So we'll get a gun first. We find a slab mod. This Vault Hunter gains +2 melee. Wow, Mose is an absolute tank now. But then we get a Torgue card from the Torgue deck, guys. What have we got? Stopgap, we've got a shield. Bubble shield. This shield may be used by any Vault Hunters in this model's zone. So she can also equip a shield. And what that means is, if we grab that is a powerful shield, guys. That has 3 shield tokens, which means when we take damage, we reduce shields first. And because they're green, they are D12s. That is an insane piece of equipment. Iron Bear is there. Iron Bear is now going to use a green action to roll melee. This is going to be insane. We're at +3. Does Iron Bear... Iron Bear does not retain Moses' wounds, gear, or mods, but does retain other tokens. Okay, so... such as loot. Right, so we don't get the +2 melee from the slab mod because that's attached to Mose, not us, but we're at +3. That's a 3 + 3, guys. That is a 6. That's not enough to kill the Marauder. We're going to have to go again. Come on. Come on, punch it in the face. We get a critical. It is deadly already. Double damage. Dead. He dies. we draw some loot, we get $100, and can we... Does not retain Moses' wounds gear or mod, but does retain any other tokens. It does retain the bomb token. We are going to use the final token on the bear. We're going to drop it onto number 4. We're going to blow up spawn point 4, and that is scenario 1 complete. Oh my god, let's read the victory. So after the scenario, let's read this here. You're all new here, so I want to let you know you don't need to worry about all those dismembered limbs lying around. Mr. Torgue has a crew to clean them up, and yes, all those new guns are yours. Show them off. Now you have a choice. Through the door to your left, you will find yourselves Goliath hunting in a fun little game Mr. Torgue calls Divide and Slaughter. Through the door to your right, you'll find yourselves killing to stay alive as you trade loot to keep the bombs from going off in a fun and family-friendly, hey, families coming all types, arena event we like to call Loot Tax. Okay, so we've got option of Scenario 2 and Scenario 3. And we will leave it right there, my guys. Before we jump into the next scenario, we'll get your votes. We'll figure out where you want us to go. You guys can choose. I want you guys to be as involved in this as you can. We'll do the cleanup as well, and we'll do the in-between stuff at the beginning of the next video, because I think this one's rolled on quite long enough, but it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. I might have got some rules wrong, but all of our lovely rules lawyers, our wonderful people, will help me figure this out as well. Please leave a like if you did like this video. Drop a subscribe if you are new to the channel. We've got plenty of content, more content to come as well. And if you'd like to support the channel, this is an independent channel. None of these videos are sponsored. I fund these games by working my part-time job. We do have a channel membership option. You get early access to things, you know, all the cool stuff. You get some badges, you get some stuff. But anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see you soon.